Hello, welcome to Daily News from Marjayat TV. Daily meetings of Grand Shia Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi. The Grand Shia Jurist Ayatollah Husayniya Shirazi hosts a variety of visitors on a daily basis, including scholars, clerics, religious and cultural figures, academics, seminary teachers, and public groups of believers from around the world. It is worth noting that these meetings are held at the Grand Jurist office in Holy Qom in Iran at 11 a.m. every day. Custodians of Hazrat Salman Shrine meet with Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. A group of custodians of Hazrat Salman Shrine in the city of Madain in Baghdad met with the Grand Shia Islamic jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom in Iran. In this meeting, the visitors offered a report of their cultural and religious activities and listened to statements by the Grand Jurist. In his turn, the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi said, "The life is a struggle between two paths. One path leads to paradise and the other leads to hell. What matters today is to educate the young Iraqis about the culture of Ahlul Bayt because they are the future builders of Iraq. This is a responsibility that should be carried out in all cities, villages and regions, and you should know that God and the Holy Imam al-Mahdi will also be your help." The Grand Jurist then said, "The life is full of roles and positions. The previous generations played their roles and performed their responsibilities. They faced and tolerated many hardships in their way, and now it is our generation's turn." The Grand Jurist also mentioned two factors of resistance and instability using a Quranic reference and said, "There are two important words in Quran. One of them is resistance and the other is being stable. It is needless to say that these two qualities are most needed in times of hardship and difficulties. These are the two big qualities that transform any person to great and historic figures." The Grand Ayatollah Shirazi concluded his remarks by saying, "The current situation of Iraq doesn't match the potentials of this great nation. This country has faced repression for nearly 5 decades, and today it is time for the Iraqis to experience a perfect leadership like that of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him." Nonviolence Incorporation calls for release of all political prisoners in Egypt. Nonviolence Incorporation asked the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in a written statement to discharge all political prisoners who don't have blood on their hands. Here come some parts of this statement. "We at Nonviolence Incorporation urgently ask the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to pardon and discharge all political prisoners who have no blood on their hands. We strongly believe that Egypt needs a national reconciliation to avoid further conflicts and tensions. The Egyptian nation needs an economic reformation that can improve the livelihoods of millions of people." Further, the Nonviolence Incorporation stated, "We should emphasize that all parties of the conflict in Egypt should start a joint strive to internalize democracy and human rights in this country." At the end, this human rights organization stressed on national reconciliation in Egypt and reminded the Egyptian president of the critical situation of the region and this country. Quranic gatherings at Yasin Mosque and Husayniya. The Yasin Mosque and Husayniya in Sydney, Australia, began its weekly Quranic gatherings in the city. These gatherings began on 28th of Rabi Thani 1440 AH, and they will be held on each Saturday, hosting the youth, teenagers, and the believers.